Once upon a non-time, December 1st. Once upon a non-time. Most stories start like this. Once upon a time. Well, not this one. It can't. It's impossible. Instead, the Christmas story starts like this. Once upon a non-time, there is God. That's weird. But this is the greatest story ever told, so it needs to be weird. It's different from the other stories. It's better. Christmas is a story about God, but it's not a story about a God that used to be. It's a story about the God who is. Right now, he still is. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Once upon a non-time, there was eternity. Was eternity a long time ago? No. Was eternity a super long time ago? Nope. Eternity is forever. It never started. God is eternal. God never started. He was always there. And for all eternity, God saw you. You. He knew you'd be reading this story today. He knew what you'd be doing yesterday. He sees tomorrow like it already happened. God is so powerful that he created the world by talking. Let there be blank. You fill in the blank. Let there be light. Yep, and then there was light. Let there be trees. Yep, God said that, and then there were trees. God said trees and stars and birds and people and mountains and water and everything. Before he created the world, God had a master plan, a plan that included you. His plan for everything to be good and for everyone to be with him forever. But men sinned. Sin separates people from God. Thankfully, God's plan has a way to fix this sin problem. God gave all people a gift, a perfect gift of perfect eternity with him. This gift was a baby, God's Son. This baby came to take away sin. It started about 2,000 years ago in a manger in Bethlehem. Oh, wait a minute. There I go again, getting ahead of myself. Do you think God is rude? Well, you have to wait till tomorrow to continue this Christmas story about God's greatest gift. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I hope you enjoyed the opening day of our December 1st Advent read. And eternity is such a topic that is so mind-blowing. My son is almost 13, and he just said last week, Dad, I just can't wrap my mind around eternity. I just can't even think about eternity, how God was always there. And I go, yeah, our little peanut brains just aren't ready for that. I mean, we only think in terms of time, but God is outside of time itself. And so that topic of eternity, that God has always existed, that he was the creator, he was the uncaused causer of all things. And that eternal aspect of God is one aspect of his Godhead that's a wonderful part of God. And that's an issue that a lot of atheists have some struggles with. If God created all things, then who created God is always the next question. But if our God had been created, then he would have ceased to be God. He's outside of time. And with that, the love of God, I put at the closing notes here, that God is love is shown in man's free nature to choose. We talked about the sin issue that came up. And I put, since love is a free choice, not loving is a free choice too. Man's sin separated him or us from God. Yet God's plan included a loving free gift for all, salvation through his Son. And that's what this Christmas story is about. So somehow from the beginning of our time, our measurement of time. Somehow from the beginning, God had foreseen all that would take place and knew that in the grand arc of things, Jesus would be the key to bringing us to unity with God. And I think that's just absolutely remarkable. And so thankful for the Christmas story this season that this has been ordained since before the foundation of the world. And so tomorrow will be just a little glimpse at our Bible and how the Bible came to be, and hope it's a help for a kid's perspective on the Bible. We'll see you tomorrow.